What is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at Polkadot as it is currently up roughly 7% from our previous video where we talked about entering this trade right here. As you can see on the screen, we drew out this exact arrow and we're talking about potential entries over on this support area right here, all the way up to roughly $9 or even $9.90, giving us 30% profit. So currently we're sitting at 7.6% profit just as DOT is starting to pump up here today. And yeah, the trade is going really well so far. It came down roughly 2 days ago to hit our entry right here. It wicked slightly into the downside before seeing a huge run up. We actually even hit roughly 10% profit. So if you entered with 10x leverage, that's obviously 100% profit, giving you double whatever you entered from. Now if we zoom out slightly, the main real buying area that we were looking at in the previous videos was right here back in November. So anywhere from $4.90 all the way down to $3.70. And this was a single area that we were accumulating the most Polkadot, ever. I mean, we've been accumulating since the lows of 23 at $4.30 all the way up to $7.80 and then back down to $3.50 and now again here at this area. So we've been accumulating DOT for a very long time, especially in the Discord, which I would highly recommend you check out. We're sending out day trades, spot trades, meme coin trades, all sorts of different trades there every single day. You can see on the screen right now just how insane those trades are and how much we're crushing it every single day. So make sure to join that. It's going to be the second link in the description. So if you followed what we were talking about in that video, then you're currently up roughly 100% already without any sort of leverage. So you can even start to look to take profits here. Now another thing we need to take a look at is Bitcoin dominance. Now Bitcoin dominance needs to continue falling down in order for altcoins to really see any sort of performance. You can see Bitcoin dominance is slightly up today, just 1%. Bitcoin is down just slightly, 0.6%, and that is causing some redness in the market. Obviously we have the few outlying coins like Render, Fair, even Polkadot now slightly starting to come up, but a lot of coins are down, especially meme coin, other altcoins that were mooning quite a lot. So we are seeing some retracement in the market simply because dominance is just consolidating today. It is looking like it's moving in these sort of legs where it sees a dump, minor consolidation, dump, minor consolidation, and then it looks like that can continue going on, but we do really need to enter a downtrend here. And then obviously Bitcoin should continue moving up in order for altcoins to really thrive. But as we talked about in yesterday's Ethereum video, the market moves in different phases where it goes from Bitcoin to Ethereum to altcoins to meme coins, and then that's sort of how it moves. So that's what we're going to be watching out for. We need Ethereum to really start picking up a lot more, and once that is picking up, it'll tell us that altcoins are going to be the next sort of phase going into the market after Ethereum. So what am I going to be doing for this Polkadot trade? Well, we're still holding. We're going to be looking at potentially setting stop losses to break even, potentially trimming a few profits here, as if you already entered with leverage, then your profits are quite significant. And obviously if you just entered with spot, then you can just continue holding because it's 7% profit isn't really changing much. Leverage, however, 10x leverage, that's 70% profit, so that's already a slight change in the portfolio. So if you bought in spot, just continue holding, wait for potentially the move to $9.95 where we're sitting at 30% profit, or even back to the high of this year at roughly $11 for 50% profit. But for futures, if anybody entered on futures, then I'm definitely looking to take a few profits here. 70% profit is quite good, especially for the amount of days we've held, which is less than 2 whole days. So yeah, I think it's going to be a quite good trade. Set stops to break even, obviously right here, and then we can just continue letting the trade ride. If it does come back down, then we can reevaluate. It will have been stopped out, but it's break even, and then we can start to reevaluate the trade, maybe find another potential entry here, back up to the same target, or even we can look for shorts because the market can also weaken quite a lot if Bitcoin dominance reverses and goes back into an uptrend. So it's going to be a very interesting time. We're going to be watching very closely what happens in the market, and that's another reason why you should join the Discord, because we're sending out daily updates every single day there as well on everything that's going on in the market and what you should be doing also. So yeah, very important that you join up. Now again, you're going to be having to watch Bitcoin quite steadily this week and in the coming weeks. We saw a huge run up nearly to 100,000, just $350 away. We then came back down. Obviously now we're just starting to consolidate here a bit, find an accumulation zone before we head on higher. The market is looking very, very strong, with a lot of coins I expected us to, really start resisting these areas, but they seem like they're just moving on through them. Like Polkadot, for example, it didn't use any sort of resistance level here or here, or here it really started to resist firstly, but even then the wicks just blew on past to $10.40. But now we've started to really find some healthy price action where we're finding these support and resistance areas where we can actually start to trade from, like this trade that we took right here. Some other coins to keep an eye out for is XRP. The trade we hit on XRP right here, which was an entry of the 1.618 level on the Fibonacci. It's quite a sticky trade this, because not a lot of people entered, simply because there is a slight spread on different exchanges between this level. So if you entered, congrats, you're currently up roughly 14% unleveraged. So with leverage, that's roughly 140%. The reason I go with 10x leverage, because it's usually quite considerate. There's obviously 100x leverage, which I wouldn't recommend, so 10x is usually quite the conservative amount, whilst it still gives you that additional margin. So definitely looking to start taking some profits on this. We're at this sort of minor resistance level that we have here, and yeah, I mean, we can always reevaluate what if we ever come back down to this level, but I just don't think it's worth the risk of not setting your stops to break even and then us crashing back down. So even if we go to $1, that's a 28% difference, and 10x leverage, that's nearly 300% loss that you're going to be facing. So definitely looking at setting stops to break even here and taking a few profits. Now, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It will help out a ton. If you need a place to buy, sell, or trade any sort of cryptocurrency, check out all the exchanges we're working with down below. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, guys.